Very good. Thank you, sir. It is that time of year. The holidays are upon us. The season often bringing good cheer, parties, shopping, family and friends, of course.
That's right. But for some, it also brings something else. We're talking about stress and in some cases even depression. And Danielle is back with us now with more on how to get through the holidays stress-free. Hi, guys.
Hi. Good morning, guys. You know, I don't know about stress-free, maybe stress less. It's a really busy time of the year. We all know that, no question. And while I may think it's the most wonderful time of the year, you may not. And so for you, the holidays may bring up old negative feelings or financial or work worries. So here with some tips on minimizing the stress and maximizing the joy is Dr. Keita Joy. Great last name for this segment.
So
good to see you. Thank you so much for being with us. I always appreciate you being with us. And you know, it is a busy time of year. We all know this. But why do some people get more stressed out around the holidays than others?
Yeah, great question. What happens is a lot of families have unrealistic expectations. So you're watching way too many of those Home Alone movies, those Hallmark movies, and you're thinking that you have to have this elaborate feast and get everybody dozens and dozens of gifts and fly everybody in, not understanding that it's all about what matters most: gratitude, family, and love.
Yeah, those are really good things to keep in mind this time of year. But we see these images of gratitude, love, joy, happiness, all this stuff. But sometimes there's some real dysfunction in some families. And that's what causes the stress because, you know, Uncle Bob is coming from Minnesota and, you know, he's going to talk politics. You don't want to talk politics.
You're not ready for that.
You're seeing relatives you haven't seen in years. You don't want to talk about that, you know, about any negative issues that have happened years and years ago. Then there's a financial stress, end of, you know, year work deadlines, all this stuff. And so while it is easy to say, okay, let's be stress-free, you got some real life issues that you're dealing with during the holidays.
You do. So I have some tips. I like to call them Dr. Keita Joy's Keys to Joy during the holiday season. So one thing I tell people to do is have a holiday budget. So that's first and foremost. So that way you don't get caught up in the hype and thinking that you have to keep up with the Joneses. No, you keep up with what your family can afford and what's important for all of you. Another thing that I like to do is something called the gratitude game. So that consists of making sure that you're with your family, you're with your friends. It could be in the car, it could be at home. Every single person has to go around and say what they're grateful for.
I love that. We actually do that in my house.
And so what you do is you keep it going, and each round you have to go faster, 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 till eventually someone kind of gets tongue-tied. But it helps everyone have fun, to be engaged, and think about what truly matters most rather than your finances.
And so what about being able to, if you see somebody who's having a difficult time, you know, you can't just say, hey, snap out of it.
No.
Because for some people, this really is a real thing this time of year where they're just really down.
Yeah.
So how do you deal with those people and being more sensitive to what they may be going through?
Well, I'm big on everyone taking personal responsibility for their actions. So a lot of times what I tell my clients are the things that I tell myself, because I lost my father at age 12. So during the holidays, it's fun. I love my husband and kids, but I also think about him and I miss him. So some of the things that I make sure that I do is talk to a friend, a counselor, or a safe person about how you feel. Don't suppress your feelings, and don't get caught up in drinking more alcohol during the holiday season to suppress those feelings that are still there, because that's what leads to depression and loneliness when you're keeping all these feelings inside rather than talking to someone about them.
Always good to talk to somebody. And don't be afraid to talk to somebody about it.
Exactly. And like how you were talking about Uncle Bob for dinner, you know, and you're stressing, oh my gosh, I don't want to talk about politics. I always say this phrase: agree to disagree. Tell them that, and we just move on to the next conversation.
Or just, you know, pop a mouthful of, you know, stuffing in your mouth. You don't have to talk to them at all. You're done, right?
Exactly.
Dr. Keita Joy, always appreciate having you. Thanks so much for being with us. What a joy.
Thank you.